What is up, everyone? I am in Post Oak, Missouri, I believe is what it's called on Google Maps, where the Rock Island Spur, part of Katy Trail State Park, crosses Route 13. This is the highest point on the trail in terms of elevation, so I'm probably going to be turning around here because I do not want it getting dark on me, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to go to the high point after I stopped, and well, I am at the high point. And crazy thing is, I've already biked 54 kilometers today. I've seen 0 people on the trail, so that's kind of funny, but like, I mean, you know, it's a nice trail. Like, I mean, I'll be honest that there isn't a ton of stuff that isn't like stuff I've seen before. But, you know, when I've biked enough trails, that's something to expect. And I will say it's not all farm fields like what you would expect a trail that's in Missouri that's near I-70 in Missouri, not all that far from it to be like it. Like, I mean, it really does show, honestly, how much it is a construction of public consciousness. It's just a construction of public consciousness about certain states being flat states, just with me thinking about it, because, like, I mean, this isn't just a boring ride through farmland that is wide open. And, like, I mean, things like the Kendaro Bluffs that we visited in Kansas, like, I mean, that's a pretty big hill there. Like, that's not at all flat. So it's like it really shows how much of public consciousness about these so-called flat states really is just, hey, people who have driven on the interstate and see that the interstates are put in the flattest area, I imagine. So, and like, I mean, that's the easiest places to engineer a road. So it's the interstates go through the flattest area that they can, and in the plains, that happens to be like, they happen to go through the plains, but you hit some hills not all that far from the plains. Like, the plains are a lot narrower than people think, is what I'm observing. Because, like, I mean, we're not all that far from, like I mean, I've seen some things that you could say are the foothills of the Ozarks even when riding this. And here's what the trail would look like continuing. If I continued downhill, it would be another 24 kilometers. And while I could probably do it, there is an on-road section, and I don't want to get caught in the dark. And you know what? 108 kilometers is very respectable. Very respectable to say that I biked 108 kilometers. Oh no, I only biked 108 kilometers. I didn't bike almost 150, which is my record. So yeah, I would say this Rock Island Spur, it's worth checking out. And if you're in the Kansas City area, it's definitely closer to Kansas City than the main line of the Katy Trail. And if I continued the additional 24 kilometers that way, it would get me to the Katy Trail. So, like, I mean, you can pretty much bike from St. Louis to Kansas City without having to get on the road very much, because when you connect to the Katy Trail, you can take that through St. Charles and take it even a little further east, almost into St. Louis. And then if you want to go to Kansas City, you get on the Rock Island Spur and go that way, and you're going to wind up not too far from Kansas City. So I mean, it's like, I mean, I didn't realize what an awesome rail trail network Missouri had, besides just, hey, it has the Katy Trail. Like, I didn't realize there was an awesome network of trails connected to it, which, I mean, I think this is pretty cool. So Rock Island Spur, definitely worth checking out to